So picture this. Your 11-year-old walks into the kitchen one morning, toast in one hand, iPad in the other, and casually announces that they're ready to start making money. Now you pause. Because sure, you've spent years trying to teach them responsibility, hard work, maybe even the difference between needs and wants. But you didn't expect capitalism to hit before puberty. And yet, here we are. The truth is, 11 is a fascinating age. Not quite a child, not even close to a teenager, but stuck in that middle ground where curiosity is high, confidence is growing, and independence is this shiny, glittering thing they want more and more of. They want to try things, to test themselves, to earn, not just allowance, but actual earned money. So you say, okay, let's talk about work. And that's what we're doing today. For the next hour, we're going to go deep into the world of kid jobs. Real, legal, fun, and sometimes surprisingly profitable jobs that 11-year-olds can actually do. Whether you're a parent, a teacher, a curious kid, or just someone who wandered here after falling down a YouTube rabbit hole. Welcome. We're taking our time with this one because this isn't just about making money. It's about growing up well. Let's start at the core. Why would an 11-year-old want a job? Well, some want spending money. Some want to buy things their parents won't, like extra V-Bucks or weird collectibles from Etsy. Others are just curious. They've heard the word entrepreneur more times than you did by the time you hit 25. They're growing up in a digital world where being a kid millionaire is no longer a fantasy. It's a headline. But regardless of their motivation, what they're really doing is asking for something much deeper. They're asking to be trusted, to be taken seriously, to be seen as capable. And when we respond thoughtfully, not with "you're too young" or "go do your homework," but with guidance, support, and a little creativity, we're giving them more than money. We're giving them self-belief. So let's begin. The first job I want to talk about, and this one's close to my heart, is pet sitting. Now, pet sitting isn't glamorous. It's not going to turn your child into a YouTube star. But it is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated early jobs in existence. Here's why. First of all, it's accessible. Most neighborhoods have dogs, cats, rabbits, maybe the occasional lizard or parrot. And most pet owners, at some point, need someone to help out, especially when they go out of town, work long shifts, or just need an extra hand. Now, obviously, you're not going to hand your child over to walk a 90-pound Rottweiler down a busy street. But for smaller pets, or low-energy animals, pet sitting is perfect. An 11-year-old can easily be in charge of feeding a cat, changing water bowls, giving treats, and even some supervised walks. The tasks are manageable, repetitive in the best way, because repetition builds confidence. Plus, kids love animals. That's science. Or close enough. The best part, though, is the lesson underneath it all. Because caring for a pet is about more than doing tasks. It's about noticing, paying attention. Bowl's empty? Fill it. A dog looks anxious? Comfort it. A plant by the food bowl is drooping? Maybe tell the owner. Suddenly your child isn't just completing a list, they're tuning in. They're becoming responsible in the truest sense of the word. And here's a fun little bonus. This job can actually be a surprisingly solid little income stream. A week of feeding and watching a neighbor's pets while they're on vacation. That's not just pocket money. That's buy myself something nice money. And it builds a local reputation fast. Pet owners talk. Now, is there a risk? Yes. Which is why you have to be involved. Meet the pet owners. Discuss allergies, routines, safety rules. Walk through it with your child. It's not just about watching pets. It's about doing it well and doing it safely. And that's job number one. A humble start, but a powerful one. Up next, we'll dive into the wild, creative, sometimes ridiculous world of video game streaming. Yes, that's a real job now, and yes, I have thoughts. Let's talk about gaming. Yes, I know, every parent's favorite topic, because nothing lights up a family argument like the phrase, "one more level." But what if I told you, hear me out, that all those hours your kid has logged playing Minecraft, Roblox, or Animal Crossing might not be a total waste of time? Welcome to the world of video game streaming. Now, before you assume this means your child is about to become a billionaire overnight, take a deep breath. There's more to this job than just sitting in a chair yelling at a screen. At its core, game streaming is content creation. It's playing a game while recording or broadcasting it to an audience, either live or pre-recorded. Platforms like Twitch, YouTube, and Kick allow streamers to earn money through ads, donations, sponsorships, and subscriptions. And some kids have built entire communities just by showing up consistently and being themselves. But here's the important bit. It's not just about being good at the game. It's about being entertaining, interesting, relatable. In fact, many successful young streamers are average players, but they're funny, engaging, and they bring their personality to the screen. So how does this work for an 11-year-old? Legally, platforms like YouTube require you to be at least 13 to have your own channel. But there's a workaround. You can co-run a channel with your child. You create and manage the account, but your child is the star. That way, you're present, you're guiding, and you're also protecting them from the darker corners of the internet. And let's be honest, there are corners. Set boundaries, set time limits. Keep it fun. Keep it educational. You can even turn streaming into a whole little studio project. They can design thumbnails, learn editing software like iMovie or CapCut, explore sound mixing, learn how to title and tag videos. These are 100% real skills. And while monetization may take time, like a lot of time, your child is learning how to speak, how to communicate with confidence, how to organize, how to create a brand. Those are adult skills they'll carry for life. And bonus? Once they've streamed for a while, they might finally stop asking you to buy them Roblox coins every 48 hours. We can dream. Let's switch gears now and talk about something very low-tech, very classic, the good old-fashioned lemonade stand, and everything that comes with it. Now, I call this the gateway hustle. It's how many of us got our first taste of earning money. It's simple, it's visible, and it introduces real economic principles in the most digestible way possible. A lemonade stand teaches supply and demand. It teaches pricing. It teaches what happens when you set up your table on a street no one walks down. And it teaches what happens when your little sister drinks half the stock and you're left trying to sell air. You can modernize the lemonade stand too. Add baked goods, handmade crafts, bookmarks, stickers, or combine it with other services. Buy a cup of lemonade and get a coupon for leaf raking. The point is, it's entrepreneurship on training wheels. And it's fantastic. But it also introduces another beautiful thing, human interaction. Your child has to talk to customers, smile, make change, handle disappointment if people say no. These soft skills are the secret sauce of life. You don't learn them in a workbook. You learn them at a fold-out table, sweating slightly in the sun, wondering if you overpriced the blueberry flavor. Now let's get our hands dirty, metaphorically and literally, with yard work. This one's been around forever, and for good reason. It's one of the few physical jobs that still feels age-appropriate for younger kids. Raking leaves, sweeping driveways, pulling weeds, watering gardens. These are tasks many adults happily outsource. Your child just needs the initiative, and maybe a flyer or two to pass around the neighborhood. And yes, there's actual money here. Some families pay $10 or $20 just for basic front yard cleanup. A well-behaved, respectful 11-year-old offering these services will stand out instantly. Why? Because people love when kids take initiative. But this job also has built-in life lessons. Yard work is boring. It's dirty. It's repetitive. It's exactly what real work is sometimes. And that's a valuable reality check. Give your child gloves. Give them a rake. Give them encouragement. And teach them how to negotiate rates. Because yes, even at 11, they can learn to say, would $10 for the front yard sound fair? Now we move into a job I adore for kids, especially introverts. Plant sitting. Yes, this is real. Yes, it's a thing. When people travel, they often need someone to water their plants. And for indoor plants especially, this isn't just about pouring water. It's about paying attention, noticing yellowing leaves, rotating a pot that's leaning, checking soil. Is it the most thrilling job? No. Is it the safest, most calming moneymaker your child could possibly have? Arguably, yes. And here's the kicker. It can be combined with pet sitting. Many plant-loving people are also pet owners. So now your child becomes the home helper, checking in while someone's away, keeping living things alive. That's a serious responsibility. It builds confidence fast. Next up, a job idea that's slightly risky but incredibly exciting if done right, being a YouTuber. Now, we touched on this earlier when we talked about game streaming, but YouTube goes far beyond gaming. There are kid YouTubers who post toy review, DIY crafts, life vlogs, cooking videos, skits and storytelling, educational content for other kids. Your 11-year-old doesn't need to become a viral star. They just need to share something they love. That's it. But here's the catch, and it's an important one. The YouTube algorithm does not care that your child is a child. It will recommend videos. It will show comments. And that means you need to be fully involved. If you're not willing to moderate, edit, and protect, don't do this one. But if you are, it's one of the most powerful creative experiences your child can have. They'll learn tech. They'll learn audience psychology. They'll build confidence, and they'll be more aware of their voice, how they sound, how they communicate, how they want to be perceived. YouTube can be a mirror, a classroom, a stage. And yeah, maybe one day, a paycheck. But it doesn't have to be overnight. The journey is the point. All right, let's take a quick breath here. We've covered 6 major job categories so far. And already you can probably feel the potential, right? The energy it gives kids when they're trusted with something real. The pride they feel in doing something themselves. But we're only halfway there. In the next section, I'll expand into modeling and acting, including real risks, protections, and practical steps. Then introduce several new job options I didn't cover before, like recycling and reselling, teaching other kids online, selling digital art, helping seniors with tech, writing, and storytelling. And we'll also get into the emotional and psychological benefits of early work, how to talk to your child about money, and even what to do if your child fails at their first job. Because spoiler, that's part of the journey too.